Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Learnify channel. Today, we're going to be learning a bit about pancreatic hormones. If you guys do like this content and want to see more quick videos where I cover a topic that typically takes a couple lessons at school or uni in just a quick summary in 1 minute or so, please make sure you smash that like button, leave a comment down below for what you want me to cover, and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a ton. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started. In terms of pancreatic hormones, the main one we consider is insulin. That's what everybody's talking about. When you hear about diabetes, you hear about insulin all the time. And this is produced by something called beta cells, right? Beta cells in the pancreas. Now, the pancreas creates two main types of hormones. The other one is obviously, actually less obviously, glucagon. But if you're doing this as revision from a lecture or a lesson, then it would be pretty obvious it's glucagon, right? Now, there are two main functions that insulin has, and the main one that's always covered is the production of glycogen. Now, what's glycogen? Glycogen is glucose polysaccharide, basically. That's how I like to think of it. In simple terms, you learn more about it in terms of branching and whatnot, but basically, glucose being the building block of energy in our, or ATP is the building block of energy, but glucose is basically a structural unit of that stores energy that we get from food, right? But glucose can be bundled up together to form a polysaccharide, which is glycogen, which is a long chain of glucose. But that's not the only function of insulin, right? Insulin also reduces, let's see, when insulin is like released by the pancreas, when is it released? When you finished eating, right? So when you finished eating, you have a lot of energy that's just sitting there. So you don't need to use stored energy. So if you had stored energy, if you didn't have stored energy, if you had to use stored energy, you'd have to use something called gluconeogenesis, right? Gluconeogenesis. I'll cover that more in a different video, but for gluconeogenesis, let's deconstruct this word. Gluco, so meaning glucose, neo means new, and genesis sort of means like the creation or the beginning of. So pretty much means the beginning or the creation of new glucose. So reducing gluconeogenesis, why is that? Because we have glucose. Gluconeogenesis is used when we use alternate molecules for energy. So we're talking fats, we're talking amino acids, so proteins and fats. We're using them instead of glucose. But since we have a lot of glucose after we've finished eating, after eating, right, right after eating, we don't need to use gluconeogenesis, so that is also reduced. Now, what about glucagon? Glucagon is produced by alpha cells in the pancreas, and it reduces or mobilizes mobilizes glycogen. How does it do that? It has things called glycogen phosphorylase or G6Ps. We can cover that in a different video if you guys want me to go in depth. But for now, just remember it mobilizes glycogen and uses it. So when would you have glucagon being released? Probably after no food for a while, right? If you haven't had food for a long time, then you have no direct source of energy or glycogen, so you'll have to use no glucose, so you'll have to use glycogen as the source of energy, and you can mobilize the glycogen, convert it to glucose, which you can then use in cellular respiration. Fantastic. But something it also does, glucagon, it actually increases after a certain time gluconeogenesis. Again, why is that? Well, it's after not eating food for a long time, so we need to use alternate molecules for energy. So we can talk about fats or proteins and how they're going to be mobilized in the process of gluconeogenesis to ensure the body's cells are fueled. So, anyways, that's going to be it for this video, guys. It was a bit of a summary. So if you guys do want a specific video on the actual pathways through which fats and proteins are used in gluconeogenesis, pretty sure that's a pretty big topic for some of the uni students. So please leave a comment down below saying so. But other than that, thanks for watching. See you later.